43 ponies, 17 cows, 11 pigs, 3 goats, and 1 rooster in one castle.
Welcome to Mystery Pony Fiction, your one-stop shop for pony music videos, comic narrations, random 15.ai experiments, but mostly high-quality fanfiction audiobooks, featuring music and sound effects that bring them to a level well beyond the simple reading.
I hope this works! Izzy then fired a bolt of energy skyward, causing the storm to begin to subside and ultimately for the skies to clear and the winds to stop.
Including the content only available on platforms other than YouTube, there are approximately 300 total readings of short stories and chapters of novels recorded for you to listen to on the go when your eyes are tired.
Izzy's horn glowed, and there was a loud clunk. Hitch's ears swiveled. That had sounded like a deadbolt. It was followed by a chain and a thunk of a wood beam. He turned to look at the door, which appeared a lot more like a bank vault than it had when he walked in.
The mystery Fluttershy fan has been making this content for years on a former channel that got shut down by YouTube for content that was too hot. So that is now available as a podcast on Libsyn, as well as a podcast on Anchor that is staying as safe for work as the YouTube channel is.
But then the dark clouds gathered above us. An angel started running. I couldn't stop her before she reached the Everfree Forest. I called out for Angel, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
So close your eyes and get comfortable as an Aussie narrator reads your favorite bedtime stories. Crikey. Voices generated by 15.ai.
Don't worry, you won't hear me say
Gay!
oops. If one of you nincompoop says one more freaking time, I swear in my former queen's that I'm not going to command my changeling kingdom to burn down this ponyland in a fashion. She had got 43 ponies, 18 cows, 11 pigs, and 3 goats into various little-used spaces in the castle. Good, then you won't mind if I do this. She dropped the cans to the ground and raised the can opener in her hoof. Sonny, no, not in my bedroom! Zip shouted in horror, and Sonny began stabbing several of the cans open. I'm sure if you just explained why you like, I can never show my face anywhere ever again! Unless we have him locked away in the dungeons before he can talk. Pip, is that pineapple on your pizza? The lights dimmed, and the various filmmaking factoids faded out to the Lighthouse Entertainment intro slate.
3 billion equine lives ended on August 29, 3997. The survivors of the nuclear fire called the war Judgment Day. They lived only to face a new nightmare, the war against the machines.
She'd shown him some rather creative and painful uses for her tools when he talked back to her. Still, it has been lonely since my father passed. I suppose once you've been delimbed, I could keep you around as a body pillow. It's either that or... Sonny ran a hoof across Sprout's throat.
Low battery, 2% battery remaining.
All 4 of Sweetie Bowl's legs suddenly went limp, and she fell forward and flat on her stomach like a rag doll.
Low power mode. Limb movement and organic movement mimicry system are disabled to conserve power.
No! Sweetie Belle muttered, and she knew immediately what she had to do. You can't have happiness. You ruined me. Now I'll ruin you. Workers! The brown one. There, him first. There's no time, Twilight. The train will be here in 30 seconds. Pinky screamed. Sure enough, Twilight could feel the rumble as the train drew nearer to the fork. She could see it now, plumes of smoke billowing from the locomotive. Twilight was pretty much having a panic attack. She was hyperventilating and fanning her face with her wings, trying to calm down. I can do this! I can do this! I can do this! Pinky, you decide! She turned to find Pinky attempting to tie herself to the tracks. Pinky! A giant timer appeared in the sky, slowly counting down from 10.
Dear Princess Twilight,
We want you to know that we all love you very, very much, and we are all your friends. Love. Beneath the closing of the small letter was written the name of every classmate of that class, all children who perhaps didn't have a clue what the stress of death was like. A drop of water stained the paper, as it had brought Twilight to tears once more, but this time she was smiling. She gave the filly a warm, tight hug, closing her eyes tightly as she swore. For just a moment she could feel her friends smiling at her from above. You should stop what you're doing right now. The chine ring flopped over, waving her tail.
But it feels so good. What are you going to do for me?
In a violent, noisy explosion of red fluid,